Hi Stapleton, this is Mrs. Moore, and I am going to do my coding unit today. I always do coding at the end of the year, and I love to do it. It's always something that I look forward to, so I'm super bummed that we won't get to do this together, but I know many of you look forward to it as well and will be familiar with the website that I'm going to use. I always use Hour of Coding, and as we go through this lesson today, you will see that as you go through the lessons, it provides you with many, many different coding games. But then it also has options that will take you out of the Hour of Coding website. Some of them are a lot more challenging, and I haven't even sat down and really figured them out, but some are really great learning tools that you can switch up from using Hour of Code 2. So if you are going to Portal, as you can see, that's where I'm starting out today. I have coding websites from kindergarten all the way to 5th grade. So you can click here. This is my K1 More. So this is for my kindergarten and 1st grade. You can see here I have 4 options. I would suggest kindergarten and 1st grade going through these 2 websites first. Then they can move on to Codable, and if they're still interested in going further, Star Wars through Hour of Code is a choice that they can do. So let's say I'm in kindergarten and I'm going to go through here, and if you're a parent of a kindergartner, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, coding, my kid can never do this. But as you can see just from this website here, it starts out very basic, and you're working through puzzles and connecting, and really that's what coding is. You start out putting these puzzles together. You start out coding your characters and having them move, and that is the very, very basics of computer coding. So as you go through these puzzles, they get harder. As it's great because it's also good practice for the kids to drag and drop, and you work your way through. Every so often there'll be a video with information that will pop up, so that is a great option for you in kindergarten, 1st grade. Okay, let's take a look at what 2nd and 3rd grade can do. I'm going to go on through here. And remember, your Portal login can look like this. If it gives you a password option, you leave that blank. Or it might look like this, and you would just put in 2, 3 more, and there is no password here either. So if we go down here, again, I did offer you the chance to go through Tinker. If you do Tinker, there is a login password. It's LMS444, and then the password's Joplin, all lowercase. But before they get into that, I would really encourage you to spend some time on Hour of Code because it is set up here for grade levels. So if you're in 2nd grade, you'll want to go to this link first. 3rd grade, go to this link. And then if you want, once you've gone through, especially 3rd grade, because they've done this in 1st and 2nd grade with me too, because that's when I came to Stapleton. So I know they'll be a little bit more familiar with this. As you go into the Hour of Code activities, you will see many, many different options, which they love. They also get more challenging. You start getting into more text writing code. This artist one is super cool. You start to create angles, so you're using some geometry, and it's hard and challenging for me. I have to kind of go back through my geometry angles knowledge that I have, and so some of these are a little bit harder, and as you even go through, I say they're harder, but then I see the kids and they just whiz through them like it's super easy. So I think as you watch your child use this information, you'll be amazed at what they can do. Now, I have tried the Google logo, and it was very difficult for me. So that's one that I've tried, and it was really kind of a bust, but you could have better luck on this than me. So Scratch is a very popular one for the 4th and 5th graders. I will say I have had Scratch on Portal before, and I have taken it off simply because you can code to music, like you're supposed to add music into your coding, and instead of coding, they were actually just listening to music. So I have nixed that for me, but if that is something that you don't mind, feel free to have them jump on the Scratch. So 4th and 5th grade is also very similar here. As you can see, they're just a little bit different in some of the functions and information that they will provide. So there's lots of different videos throughout these puzzles that they will create, and the information is very good. It's lots of coding lingo and so some vocabulary that they will learn as they're doing this. So like I said, the puzzles start out simple and then they get difficult, and in some of the 4th and 5th grade coding, they do get a little bit more difficult quicker. And here you can see you're working through the Minecraft and you're building different things throughout, and so it does get difficult. It's very fun. It's a great challenging kind of work. So I've moved my when run and my move forward block, and you have to make sure that they're snapped together, because if they're not, then the code won't read. So I can run this, and the agent's now on the pressure plate, and now I can get Alex out of the house by just moving my arrow keys. And he needs the chest. And so I've completed that level. He's very excited, so am I. Yay! And then you can either replay the level or continue. And you can see that I just wrote 2 lines of code. And if you show the code, I'm actually doing this to make it simpler. Of course, they're not having me write that code as you get to some of the other games that I showed you previously. They do start adding the text in there, which is, of course, challenging because that's very foreign language to me, who doesn't have as much coding skills as maybe some others. So coding is a really great problem-solving strategy to have your kids be doing now and anytime, really. But it will make them think, a few steps ahead. It will make them really think about what it is that they're trying to do. There's a problem, they have to solve it. And coding is everywhere. It's in our cars, it's in our microwaves, it's in our computers, obviously, it's in our phones. We rely on coding so much that to have the knowledge of how to do it and a little bit of understanding and how that all works, I think is a great thing for kids to be learning. So have your kids, this is a cold week that we have this week, so have them jump on board Porta Portal and start coding.